and good morning. Welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. This is number 104. I am so happy that you're with me today. And started a little late because I've been working on my lighting. And maybe it's the color I'm wearing. Maybe it's this red that makes everything look blue around it. I'm not sure, but I will figure it out. But more importantly, I think it's hopefully it's my message. And we'll get the lighting right maybe in the next 100 shows. I'm not sure. But I want to say thank you for being here with me today. Those of you who watch me live, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the hearts. I really love those. And those of you who watch me in the replay, thank you too, because our schedules don't always meet up. Our schedules, I've gone a little later today. I try to go at 8:05 and it just wasn't going to work out today. And if you watch me in the replay, thank you. I really appreciate that. I know I watch a number of my mentors' Facebook Lives in the replays. And so today I want to talk about the word that I hate most in the English language. Well, not hate, but it's a little H. I don't like it. And it's because, sometimes how it can turn a conversation on a dime. It can turn our stand, our statements, our resolve, our whatever. And it can also negate everything that is said before it. What word is that? It's the word but. And have you ever felt that? You're talking and then what comes out? And this is me. I do this. This isn't, necessarily always talking about somebody else. I find this in myself. I truly find this in myself. And it's the word but. I am going to, I'm going to get this book published and it's going to be this and that, but I need to find the time. Okay, that but just pushes away everything. I mean, finding the time may be something very real. There is always time, though, and we can always find time. The word but, I just, you look really good today, but who hasn't heard something like that? It's kind of like a backhanded way to not give you a compliment. It does negate what is said before. You look really good, but sometimes but does belong in our language. It's a conjunction, I see so-and-so, but I don't see blah. There are some literal things about it, but I think a lot of times in our language, it's used as a way to negate what's before it, to give ourselves a way out, to lessen what we were talking about, and I think that we need to stand solid in our statements. I'm going to go back and forth here because that stands stalled in your statement, which is when tiny and it should be bigger. It would be nice for us to be able to stand solid in our statements. And when we use the word but, it just diminishes them. And so when you're having a great conversation, and feel good about sending in your statements, being solid in what you say. And I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You don't need the but after it. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. You know what? Don't use but if I get the time, or but, something negative after it that diminishes what you've just been through. I help people who are going after their passion, who have goals, who, want something more and different for their lives. And when they use the word but, it takes away from what they just said. I think the word but in a lot of instances can be thrown out of our language. And it's one of those things that as you say it, as you go throughout your day, concentrate on when you say that. And what meaning does it have? Really, what meaning does it have when you say it? If you're going to say, I am going to do blah, 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 and then if you're going to add about, what was that going to mean? And, at the end of your day, maybe think about it, because sometimes for me going throughout my day, I don't always have those things on the forefront of my mind that I want to follow, that I want to be aware of. But at the end of the day, I can think back and I can think through my conversations and I can think, when did I use the word but and what did I mean? Conversations that I had this morning, and it's kind of what brought this on to me is I was having a great conversation with my sister. And then I said something, but And I realized it just kind of took the excitement out of the room. It kind of deflated what was going on, whereas I didn't have to say that. And that's where I get the stand solid in your statement. Stand solid in what you believe in. The but negates some of that. It's go through your day and try to pick those out. Try to pick those out when you diminish. It diminishes, what we think about, what we are. At times, our language does that. Our language is about who we are. And, whether it be absolute consciously or subconsciously, our language and how we use that affects us. And, for years, I've struggled with not believing in myself. We all do. We all do. And I've been able to pick that out of times in my life where it's really, truly, I haven't succeeded in whatever because I didn't truly believe I could. In my thoughts, I really didn't believe I could. And getting the word but out of my language has helped that. I remember when I first started trying to do triathlons, and I had a trainer who believed in me, but I didn't. I was like, I can't do that. I'll train for it, but, I might not be able to finish it. I'll do this, but I might not be able to. There was a lot of reasons that I didn't believe in myself to be able to do those triathlons. And it was hard. And I came in, close to last. And I started somewhere in the middle because when I did those, I was in that middle age range. They let the older people start first. So I guess now if I were to do them, I would be able to start first. So I would come in maybe not closest to last, but I realized that I didn't have to worry about where I finished. It was just about me. It wasn't about finishing first. I wasn't going to be a competitive racer because that just wasn't what interested me. But, and I use the word, and I'm going to use this in a positive way. I did it. I was able to do it. And I didn't let but I don't think I can do it, but I don't think I'll be able to finish it. Oh, I'll try. Oh, I'll train for it, but I won't be, and in leading up to it, I realized that my trainer got me to do several mini ones because we started months before. I think we started in January for a July triathlon. I mean, he picked one that he knew that I could do, and he knew that I could probably get through, and and that I could get into. Sometimes when they sign up, you can sign up like 6 months in advance, and then boom, they're sold out because a lot of people do them. And so he picked one that he knew that I would be able to sign up for, and that was close enough to home. And then that 6 months leading up to it, we did have days where we kind of did a mini one beforehand so that I couldn't use but I just don't think I'll be able to finish. And we went out to the place, the reservoir where it was held at. And I'd never really swam in open water. I trained in a pool, and I would prefer to swim in a pool always because the current and the other things that you don't expect were out there. And so we did little mini triathlons. Like one weekend we went out there and we did the swimming. One weekend we went out to the reservoir and we did the biking. Thank goodness, because it was hard. It was harder than the flat areas that I had done. And then one weekend we went out there and we did the running, and then one weekend we did more parts to it together as it got closer to it. And I couldn't use my butt. I don't think I'll finish it. I had to use I am going to do this, and I'm going to be tired at the end. There was no more, but I don't think I'll finish it. But I just don't know if I'll be able to. I'll be, whatever my butt was, whatever my reason was to diminish what I wanted to do. And, how do you use the word but in your language? Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. If you know somebody who uses, language in their life to, as in, yeah, you look good, but, and uses those kind of words where you have a good, strong, solid statement. They have a good stand in their statement, in their language. And then they use a but, they use a word afterward. feel free to share this and share this on your page, and um, take a stand for yourself. And when you take a stand for yourself, others may see it and others may follow. They don't have to, but you know that you're doing your very best that you can. Alrighty. I want to say thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you joining me and watching these Facebook Lives. This is Inspiration Morning number 104. And I take Mondays off. Usually Mondays in my business are, I try to take Sundays off. I try to take part of Saturday off. So a lot of things pile up for Monday. So I just work Monday. And I'm going to try to do Inspiration Morning Tuesday through Friday, with the occasional Monday thrown in if I have a light Monday. And I really do appreciate you watching these. Feel free to share with me your biggest challenges. Feel free to give me your thumbs up, your hearts. I do appreciate those. What would you love to see me talk more about? I know on the Inspiration Morning page, we have a lot of memes, and from time to time I post different things that are inspiring in the moment. Sometimes it's something that's helped me in the past and sort of a quote. Sometimes it's something that I need right now that helps push me forward. Nobody's life is easy, but I think together we can work together and acknowledge our what we need to one another to make it easier. And so thank you so much for joining me at 2 cup of morning. I do really enjoy my coffee, and we'll work out this lighting. I know I look blue, and maybe it's my computer. Maybe my computer needs another reboot. But c'est la vie. Maybe it's the color red that just doesn't go well with my computer's camera. I don't know. But nonetheless, I want to thank you for joining me. This is Inspiration Morning number 104. And if you feel this has been helpful, please feel free to share this Facebook Live. Click the heart button if you feel this has been helpful. And I look forward to seeing you on my next Inspiration Morning Live. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Nelly-kins, are you ready for your walk? Oh, and maybe another cup of